my conviction 20 years ago that if we could persuade people that this was a human life that we were taking, that the debate would be over and it would be a very short time until Roe v. Wade would be repealed. And to my utter astonishment, that has not been the case. More and more and more people clearly agree. Yes, this is a human being. It's an unborn human being, but it's an unwanted, unborn human being. And they have no problems with continuing the process, even though they are ready to admit that what they're doing is destroying the life of an unborn human person, living human person.
You know, over the last 20 years, we've seen at some level an ebb and a flow in the pro-life movement from the Evangelical Church. When you look back over those 20 years, do you see or do you sense any sort of strategic errors that the pro-life movement has made? And you know, do you have any wisdom that you'd like to see the Evangelical Church maybe take a different tack?
I think the biggest strategic error that they've made, is their silence.
Right.
But when those who have stood up and protested, they have focused their attention on abortion clinics and the practitioners who are doing the abortion by picketing and protesting in front of these abortion clinics. That may have some value, but that wouldn't be my way of doing it. What I would do is that I would find the names of every pastor in America who favors abortion on demand, every denomination that takes a stand in that favor. And I would be picketing up and down in front of those churches every Sunday morning saying this church supports abortion on demand.
Right.
Because I think from the main reason that so many of the liberal Protestant churches have capitulated to abortion on demand is out of political expediency. And when they discover that it's not so expedient politically, that they're made to look for what they are, I think that would have more impact to get the church where it ought to be, because the Planned Parenthood clearly had the strategy, and it's not something we're guessing. They've stated it, that they anticipated where the opposition would come, and the opposition they knew would come from the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, so they said, how can we neutralize that? I said, well, we'll get the liberal Protestant Church to be on our side, and so you divide and conquer.
Right.
And that's the oldest strategy in the world. And so what we have to do is that we have to call attention to the involvement and the capitulation of the liberal Protestant Church in this really Holocaust. I mean, I really can't imagine society sinking much lower than that, or say, and it just it amazes me that it's tolerated, but it is tolerated, and it's tolerated every day. People have lost the capacity to blush over this issue. This is not just evil. This is a monstrous evil. And I've been a theologian. I've spent my whole life studying theology and teaching theology. And I can tell you, if I know anything at all about God, I know that God hates abortion. And I know that he will not tolerate this forever.